Just give me a second here quickly. What about?
Scarp doing what the Scarp does best, sorting out problems. But I'm quite curious to see what's going to happen in tonight's matches. So, as we know, the meta players, well known for being dominant in their plays. I mean, Shiny and Larry NB both have received multiple MVPs on the channel, but don't count out Exodus just yet, as they have also put up some stellar performances in the past. There's going to be a killer of matches coming up. And we see a Wild Scorpio has left the lobby, coming back in now.
Sorry, I just needed to reboot my network there. The problem was on my end. So without further ado, let me just quickly restart the stream. It should still be up. Is the screen nog up, pipes? Okay,
So I assume
happy
this is
day.
what happens when McDonald's gives you free Wi-Fi.
So we've got heavy, very, very strong Exodus doing very good this season. But Madagascar doing very good in this tournament. So both teams is not teams to write off. However, this is I don't know what's going on here, but I do see super light here for the side of Exodus, even though I don't know if yeah. Anyway, so let's continue with the match. Let's go.
Muscle of iron.
So while we head into the draft, I just want to give a special shout out to our special ref tonight, Angelic Fury in the house. So you don't have to worry about AFK teammates tonight. So we do see brownie points. As we see Memphis going with the first ban for picking the get a catcher. And finally, Kalia getting the respect she deserves, being banned out by Rebind. We do see Zion with a follow-up ban for Meta. Usually on the draft phase of Meta, you see what way they're going to go with the draft. They are very disciplined in the draft phase. So it's quite interesting to see what comp they are going to go for. Hayabusa getting banged out by Zion as the second ban for Meta. Hayabusa still being a very strong contender in the current meta, even after the current nerf. And then we see Renova with a final second ban for Exodus. Before we head into the draft phase, finally seeing our lovely heroes being picked up. Hanzo getting the love he deserves. And Shiny showing us collector skins after locking the Sicilian. Sicilian actually currently very potent in the meta. We've seen a few MVPs from Sicilian on this channel the past few weeks. I'm Madness, and you know who your daddy is, getting the first picks for Exodus. Going to see if they're going to lock in or maybe swap out. So both are swapping out. Rebind picking up the Faza and Nova going for the Suyo. As we see them securing two very meta picks at this current state of the game. We do see Larry NB Memphis going for the picks for Madagascar. But of course, in my opinion, Larry should swap out. I don't like marksman picks this early in the draft. Way too easy to counter.
I break boundaries, not
As we see two swap outs, Carmilla getting picked up. So the Curse of Blood with the Moonlight Waltz. So Cecile and Carmilla, very potent combo as they're waltzing through the moonlight. And Zion picking up the Ling.
My mission is to
Super light for the third pick of Exodus, going for the Hylos. So that's Concentration, Hylos and Suyu That's a very good roam jungle combo. Constant pressure in the early game. Very good in my opinion, especially against a Ling. Madness, I Madness, not you Madness, I Madness, banning out the carry as a final ban for Exodus. And Memphis getting a chance to ban once again for the final ban for Madagascar. Both teams currently having very good drafts, mirroring each other on the picks. August getting the ban. That's a very weird ban. Maybe a respect ban because you won't ever see August getting banned in 5-man rank usually. So it's a very interesting ban. Maybe a respect ban to one of the Exodus members. Who knows? We see Harith being picked up on the gold lane for the side of Exodus. And what is Larry going to respond with? So we do know Larry is a very potent on his Bruno play especially, and as well as his Wanwan. So are these Memphis locking the Yuzong and 1-1 going for the Larry NB going for the 1-1. Christopher said, here we go. And I'm Madness with the final draft pick of the side of Exodus. So they currently need an XP laner. Going for the Lapu with another collector skin. So they lock onto the Lapu. So this is very good draws from both teams. And we do, of course, see Exodus having a bit more of the early game pressure, being able to be put onto Madagascar. Ling being a farm hero, as we all know. This is going to be quite an interesting match. So, Scarp, according to the drafts alone, who do you favor currently?
That's a difficult decision to make. Both teams having a very strong draft. I'm looking at the combinations. We need to keep an eye out on Sicilian Camilla combo, but likewise on the Suyu Hylos. So, ladies and gentlemen, and off to the first match we go. Let me just get the screen. Okay, we'll work like that. So we do see both teams rotating to the same side of the map. Madagascar starting on their blue buff and Exodus onto their red buff. Once Mr. Wick is in the chat, can you just pop a way or a hello for me? I just need to run something by you, please. All right, so we do see the mid lane getting so much pressure. However, Carmela just scouting out there, waiting. Oh, very from Faza gets committed to get that quick rotation, trying to catch out Larry and B. Shady, what's up, bro beans? Welcome to the chat. Viewers, it's time to press that like, share, and subscribe button, and off we go. All right, we do see Exodus having the rotation here onto Larry and B. The arrow, or the ult from Suyu. So you're not landing, but we do see those crossblades coming through. Oh, the Ling's ult gets committed. She gets the full combo. He gets the full combo on his blades. However, nothing doing with that exchange. Currently, this is like just baiting skills and getting the action out there. However, we do see Yuzong coming with the rotation now. Well, anyways, I'm here for Scarp and Super Light. Welcome. Yeah, we all know you're here for Scarp. Anyway, with that distraction out of the way, let's go. We do see the first turtle of this match spawning up in 3, 2, 1. Turtle spawned. Yuzong having a pleasant time against Lapu Lapu. Madness is. I wouldn't count Madness out here. I had the pleasure of facing him the other night. Wasn't a fun matchup. However, the first blood goes to Zylan on the late. Deadly. Oh. Let's see how the rotation works out here. Camilla just getting a second skill to get the speed up. Get some vision. Start the blue buff for Ling to get Ling earlier onto the turtle. However, will Exodus get the full rotation here onto turtle as we do see Suyu starting that turtle. Yuzong just being there as well. Faza has the level 4, so they need to be wary of Faza here with the Featherlight Strike, and a Featherlight Strike lands. However, Ling gets the first turtle of the match. Yuzong into the backline chasing Faza, not getting that passive blocked. That is a 1-for-0 exchange to the side of Madagascar. GG's. So, at just past the 3-minute mark, we do see Madagascar having the 2 kills advantage as well as the 700 gold lead.
It's going to be quite an interesting match coming up here.
Oh, Larry and B, the glorious pathway gets committed. Will they be able to catch out the 1-1? Yes, they do. Renova gets that snipe shot on 2-1-1. The wraparound plays coming in here from Hylos. Will they be able to catch a Sicilian here? Ooh, Sicilian gets the pull back there. Meanwhile, there's a solo kill on the top lane from Yuzong onto Lapu. But we do see the first tier 1 turret losing full gold. This should definitely go to Exodus. So Exodus chasing that first objective, getting the first objective. Madagascar trying to respond on the tier 1 turret in the mid lane. However, we do see first Faza with a Featherlight Strike, not the lasting there. She got stunned up. Hylos gets the pick off onto Camilla. Is this the time where, well, it seems like Exodus is coming back here. Oh, the Black Dragon gets deleted by Faza. Oh, the engagement, the stun up onto Sicilian. Sicilian is taken down by Renova on the Yo. Oh, Exodus, look at this. Exodus definitely going for that early game pressure. Taking that gold onto the tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Have a look at this play from Super Light. Wait, is this a lag out from the Hylos? No, it's not. Just being patient. Oh, the Featherlight Strike. Sicilian gets the pick off onto Hylos. However, Ling is there. She gets all 4 plays and she... Well, he. I need to stop doing that. Ling is a he. Ling Ling. Bing Ling. Bing Bing. Gets the pick off onto Faza. So Zylan definitely getting the right pick off kills here with Ling. However, the second turtle of the match has spawned up. We do see Renova starting with the turtle. However, Madagascar being annoying here by this turtle. This is going to come down to a retro battle. We do see the Featherlight Strike coming in from Faza. She gets the pick off onto Yuzong. However, Ling is in danger. Will they be able to catch the Ling here? Oh, Hylos not having that glorious pathway just yet. Oh, Suyu gets the stun up onto Camilla. Oh boy. Just hold on.
That was a beautiful Moonlight while saving the Carmella's life. That is one of the best passives in the game, is the Carmella Sicilian Moonlight's balls.
Yeah, that is true. Sorry, gents. I just needed to pass Mads the phone. She is going... Oh boy. My bad. Sorry. Anyway, that didn't just happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mads is going to officially go and do her first stream. She's joining Waylander there on PUBG, so definitely go give that girl a shout out and maybe tease her on the live. You know, so no trolls for me here on Mlbb. The wife is out of the house. Let's go. So, without further ado, just before the 7-minute mark, we do see Madagascar having that 800 gold lead as well as the two kills advantage. What the charger? Or the engagement onto Hylos. Well, the Featherlight Strike coming in there, trying to... the crossbow tanks from 1-1. Not being able to complete there. So no kills going to either side. Anderson's gaan op die laptop.
This is quite an interesting back and forth they are currently having. The early game versus the mid game. We're going to might be seeing a swap in the power spikes coming up now for the side of Madagascar. Ling ought to be coming up online now. Currently already has 2 completed items. So this final turtle is going to be quite the interesting one. Who's going to get out Red Reed? That's a question, with Ling having a 2-level lead.
Yeah, no, that is indeed true. Shroomsy, can I just please ask you to keep an eye out on the chat? Because I've got no vision on the chat as the laptop is going for Discord. Yeah,
No problem at all, bro.
Oh, minions taking down the tier 1 turret in the top lane. Crazy. Oh, the Link's ultimate is committed there onto 2. Will Super Light be able to... Oh, the glorious pathway is created there for an escape. However, the crossbow tanks, not enough. Hylos being a super tank. Just absorbing all of those crossbows coming in from 1-1.
So I do see Kim just mentioning in the chat we had a massive lag spike on stream, cutting it off about a minute of playtime currently.
Yeah, sorry, that was my
It all
bad.
seems to be good now.
Yeah, that was on my end. I locked the phone, and yeah, then my mini router switched off as well because I unplugged it. Oh, there we go. Engagement onto. Will the CU be able to catch 1-1? Yes, they do. Larry and B getting taken down to quarter health HP. However, in the meantime, we do see the Featherlight airstrike gets committed. Ling gets the pick off onto Hylos. Yuzong onto Faza. Faza deleted. Exodus and not in a very good position here. What do you think of this match? How will Exodus get this pressure that the cursed blood coming in from Camilla? However, so you're just trying to get things done to protect his teammates. So, Shroomsy, if you were Exodus, what would you do in an instance like this to get the pressure off your neck?
With Metagascar having the current better late game comp with the Sicilian and the Ling, they need to find the pick off on the Ling. The Ling is currently doing way too much damage on the back line. And that's the problem. So with the Faza and the Harith as well as Seal being very squishy, they need to get the pick off on Ling before they go for any major objectives. That will be the game changer.
100%. I think Exodus needs to set up for a proper team fight here and win the team fight and take the Lord to turn the tide here and definitely get that pressure off. But however, we do see Camilla and Sicilian trying to get that engagement. Oh, onto Suyu. Black Dragon form is committed. Just keeping the Suyu away from this Lord. Trying to get that pick off. However, look at that. Faza nearly getting taken out in the equation. But Lapu does fall against the Ling. Well, I mean, 1-1. 1-1 getting the chase onto Harith. 1-1 is so potent at this point in state. Well, I wouldn't say potent, but 1-1 is definitely dealing the damage. So we do see Ling starting up with, yeah, we do see Ling starting the Lord. Gets the Lord. That is the second Lord of this match, going to the favor of Madagascar.
I like that Madagascar keep putting pressure on it. It's almost taking the Sioux completely down. Exodus needing to retreat all the way back. The constant pressure is what they currently need with the Lord being pushed up, but they don't need to take unnecessary team fight and risks. The correct Curse of Blood can completely turn this around. So that's going to be the make or break in this current stage.
However, Exodus definitely does have the potential here to set up a proper defense. However, we do see the engagement from the Sicilian onto Lapu. Lapu not taking that very lightly. Wants to get an engagement. Oh, the Cursed Blood landing onto no one. The Featherlight Strike not doing much. However, Sicilian gets the pick off onto Faza. But look at this. Let's keep an eye out here. The combination of Hylos and Suyu taking down the Lord. Just they're getting 1-1 stunned. So this is a sticky situation, as we do see Madagascar having that 4.2, make that 4.3k gold lead, as that is yet another tier 2 turret being taken down in favor of Madagascar. So at the 13-minute mark, Madagascar having that 5 kills advantage with make that a 4.8k gold lead.
Maybe take this moment just to bring up the builds for chat, because I'm seeing quite a big spike coming in now for the side of Exodus. So this might be a turning point for them. Who knows?
Well, they do have the late game scaling. Oh, the engagement. Oh, the cursed blood landing onto 2. Hylos commits the glorious pathway to create the escape. But however, 1-1 with the crossbow tanks onto Harith. Harith getting deleted. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And hey, they were fast as lightning. Oh, so you're trying to get that set onto Camilla. Oh, but Lapu Lapu into the back line there, not being able to do much. Oh, the Bat's Feast gets committed onto Lapu Lapu. Oh my, Lapu sustaining so much. But at the end, the sustain does not turn into damage as Lapu is taken down. Lapu got pew-pewed.
Pew.
Oh, continuous engagement. Exodus getting the pick off onto Yuzong. The glorious pathway is committed onto the feather-like strike onto Camilla as well. Will they be able to get to this? This could be it. Oh, Ling getting a double kill. Make that a triple kill. Will we see the Maniac? Maniac going to Xylon with the Maniac. That is a 4-for-1 exchange to the side of Madagascar. As we do see the focus onto the Nexus here. Will they be able to finish this here? Ooh, ultimate from Ling coming in the Cursed Blood as well. Lapu sustaining so much, but that's a killing spree for Sicilian. That's a full team wipe. Next minion wave's coming through here. Yeah, that's game, set, match. Madagascar taking the first match. What performance from Madagascar? Exodus not having what they need to get the W here, but nonetheless, GG's well played to both. And Zyna picking up MVP, well deserved on that Ling, going for 8-0 and 8 with the 13.1k.
So although Ling having the dominant performance, I would, in my opinion, say MVP should go to the side of Camilla. 0-1-16, Curse of Blood. But that was a crazy match. So Shay, it's first the exclamation mark and then like, if you want to activate Nightbot.
Fighting in the water is like natural strength training.
But that was some good games from both teams. Really well done. Nightbot has been through you a lot.
And gentlemen, it is time to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let's smash it.
Before we smash the like, share, and subscribe button, I think Scarp's Kinkle needs 2 cents for a charger.
Yeah, that was Mads coming in and out, unplugging my phone to get the charger to plug in the spare phone so that she can do Discord. And yeah, now I got the
You
charger
see,
back.
that is relationship issues you want. Couples gaming together, that's a dream of any man.
Hmm. So up next, we've got Team B Savage up against. Take a guess. Who's Team B Savage up against?
The great, the all knowing, the useless paradise.
Wait, Sage wants to join the lobby.
I think she might think we're currently playing Brawl or something. I don't know. Sage likes to play Brawl. GG Larry NB. You guys had a killer game there. And I'm glad to see you in chat currently, bro. Here to support the rest of the games. That's awesome. Sorry,
Whilst we get
Sage. I'm
the
going to have to
teams ready,
remove you.
I'll be back quickly. Just give me a second.
No problem at all, bro. No problem. So we do see Team B Savage being the first team to have their full team in the lobby. So that means that's a coin flip, potentially a first pick, first ban. That is always a good thing to have. That's why, chat, you need to be in the lobby in time to have that advantage. But we do, of course, see both teams in the lobby currently. We're just waiting for Skarpskenkel to finish oiling his motor so he can come back, get the coins, and maybe call us heads or tails. But while we do that, let's start. So it's Team B Savage calling tails. Interesting. I always prefer to call heads because, as they always say, heads always shreds and tails always fails.
Oh, you sound like Shady. He always chooses heads. And the one time that he chose tails, it landed on heads. Imagine that.
Murphy's Law, brother. Murphy's Law.
All right. So, are you going to do the honors of the coin toss, or shall I do it?
I'll leave the honors to you. You're the best coin tosser in history.
All right, and it lands on heads.
As I said, heads always shreds. I'm right once again.
All right, so Team B Savage. It seems like Team B Savage is taking. Oh, never mind. Useless Paradise taking the left side. So, yeah, can we
But
just get? Okay, never mind. There we go. Sorted out. Bans, please. Useless UP. Bans, please.
UP. Up, 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 and up.
Commission.
Kom eens zo.
Tiny bubbles. I fly so high. I reach that sky. Tiny bubbles.
Hates. Kick, 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 kick.
All right, so
Shows
ban
that
it
no
or
one
leave it.
says kick, kick, kick anymore.
So, viewers, if we get 10 likes on this video, Oshrimsy said he will sing Barbie Girl for you.
With this voice of mine, that's going to be quite interesting.
Let's go, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie. Oh, yeah.
And how many
That's how
likes are
you
we
do it.
currently? I feel that's not a
I don't know.
fair. I don't feel that's fair. So we currently have 17 viewers. So if we get 15 likes on the stream, then I'll sing Barbie Girl.
All right, so the band's coming in as we do see Lucas and Joy being removed from the equation. Hayabusa and Kadita from Team Beast Savage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is match 2, day 1, round 5. We are closing in on those elimination stages. So that every match here, every point, every death and kill counts to your scoring. So without further ado, let's get ready to rumble. Okay, that was bad. That's cringy. My bad.
Your
In
voice
my head,
cracked
it
there a lot,
sounded
bro.
different. Yeah, in my head, it sounded different. Oh no, don't let me talk about my potatoes. My potatoes. I like to take them in the liquid form. Yes. So,
Oh,
Ostrumzi.
you're talking about the vodka from Mudarosha. Now that is cringy.
Miss Ban coming in from Useless Paradise.
It's always interesting to see a miss ban. You never know. Did the captain not make the call? Did someone lag? You never know.
Thy lantern's light.
First ban for Team B Savage going to the side of Zushin. No one likes seeing Zushin in South African
Yeah,
meta. You'll see in the
being
pro
getting
plays.
removed from the equation. So no butterfly lantern.
Your
All
team
who
is
dare
there.
stand in my way will be devoured.
No one can escape my iron fist.
Your team is picking.
So the final bans for the teams going to the side of Hanzu and Badang. So Badang being feared in South Africa meta at this current stage. Hanzo always a big threat. Your backline is never safe if you have a Hanzo in play. Miss and or strategy. Yeah, it might be a strategy. You never know, Shay. You never know. It might be a smart play, giving
My mission.
one less ban, so one more pick for your team. You never know that. So Kalia being the first pick of Useless Paradise. Team B Savage sticking with a high loss. It looks like this is going to be a high loss with vengeance and not a revitalize.
Your team
Interesting. Team B Savage mid laner going for the Faramers. So Faramers is a pick we haven't seen in a while. Utility mids isn't currently in the meta anymore as much as they were about 2 seasons back. Ashroth picking the Suyu, one of Scarpy's favorite heroes, and Malik currently going for the Farsa. So that's a feathered airstrike currently in the favor of Useless Paradise.
is banning.
Shay, you are 100% correct. So 2 of the top fans of Wayland is currently not in chat. Both Mads and Angelic are busy with the Waylander stream. We have Angelic in the ref position of this current match and Mads doing casting on the Waylander PUBG stream.
Mighty oaks from little
Your team
acorn.
is banning.
So Christopher said, here we come. Lobes going for the alpha pick. And we do see Team B's Savage final ban being the Balric. So that might mean we will see an attack speed marksman, maybe a Moskov or a Maya.
Your team is
And then Useless Paradise going for the Matilda ban. Droopy showing us the Grok. Grok is a hero that hasn't featured a lot in the Waylander streams. It's a touch or miss hero in my opinion. But I also know Scarpy does like Grok quite a bit.
Your team is picking.
Don't listen to him.
And
It's psychological warfare.
that might be the case.
Shadows will I find lurking in your reflection.
So Redder RD going for the Irathal pick. So that's definitely not going to be a Granger in the gold lane for the side of Useless Paradise. They pick up the Benedetta in response.
Pain is the proof that
And
I'm still alive.
Baal going for the Brody. So we've actually featured Brody quite a bit the last few days on the Waylander community after the recent buff it got. But we see Droopy still showing the Grok. Are we going to see a possible Grok play, or is he just trolling? We never know with South African Mlbb. Everyone is trolls. I've seen a Kagura jungle, which is crazy. Hashtag Goku, let's go. As we see Droopy picking up the Carmilla. So that's going to be a high loss in the XP lane, maybe? That's crazy. Interesting draw from both teams. And they do have the Hylos, so that's Hylos and Alpha, which is a very good combo as well. But the Kalia and Fasa, this is going to be a very interesting match. So, Scarps, what's your opinions on the drafts?
I'm definitely favoring a Useless Paradise with their drafts here. Just for the fact that there's two support heroes on the side of Team B. Let's not count anybody out just yet. I mean, it ain't over till the cookie crumbles.
Which is the truth. Yeah, Team B Savage having two supports and a tank. So that's going to be a very hard game for them to get enough damage on board. They have to wait for the Irithal to come up.
That is true. So we do see both teams starting their rotation onto the same side. So potential early game gank on to the gold laners. However, this is going to be a battle of, well, speed here. So, like I said, Useless Paradise just having the earlier game set up for me. But, you know, Alpha with that, wait. Oh, Team B Savage not picking up the retribution. Alpha is not going to have a fun time in the jungle, as we do see games with the Kalia getting poked down by Camilla and the Firemas. Such Suruki. So Alpha is actually going to be very reliant on his team to help him clear his jungle. So slight disadvantage to Team B Savage. But nonetheless, we have seen teams not picking up the retributions and still winning the match. Hashtag Cobra White Wolves. All right, so we do see this rotation here coming from Team B Savage onto the gold lane here. Will they be? Will they go in there? Oh, we do see Droopy getting the stun up onto Kalia. Kalia trying to use that dash into the wall to get the knock up, but nothing doing. Alpha very behind on farm, only level 3 now, but we do see the engagement onto Camilla. Camilla with a stun back onto Kalia. All right, so first little of the match has spawned. At this point in stage, Useless Paradise having that 800 gold lead. This, look, Benedetta not having a very pleasant time against the Hylos in the XP lane.
We would have thought that Benedetta would have the upper hand against the Hylos, not having a lot of damage the early game.
Oh, it doesn't seem so. Let's see what the builds was as first items. Ooh, okay, so Benedetta did go for the damage. However, Malik getting that stun onto Camilla. Useless Paradise starting the turtle. Definitely having the advantage here. Oh, getting the first turtle of the match. However, Team B Savage waiting for Useless Paradise with their rotation. Oh, the Tsunami Slam onto Faza. The Featherlight Airstrike does land, but not getting through. Oh, Benedetto getting the first blight. Kalia responding, getting a pick off onto the Alpha. So that is a 3-for-0 exchange. Well, my bad. That's 2-for-0 exchange. The 3 kills to advantage to the side of Useless Paradise with a 2k gold lead. Aye.
That's a massive start in the early game. Having a 2k gold lead on only 3.5 minutes. But that might be
And-
due to the Alpha not having his retry.
Yeah, that's just slower clear. So, Featherlight strike onto Camilla. Gets the kill onto Camilla. That is a 1-for-0 exchange. That gold lead currently extending to 3.2k. Oh, the Tsunami Slam onto Erithal. Erithal not having a pleasant time with that Tsunami Slam. Splish splash, I
Brady
was
also
taking a bath all on a Thursday night. Boom, boom.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
the karaoke
First
we all
started
love.
taken down.
Both teams are just waltzing in the mid lane. Poke, 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 poke.
Or the Featherlight airstrike onto Faramus. But Brody getting the dreams on Faramus. However, that's not over yet. We do see the engagement. Benedetta picking up the double kill. That Kalia's healing capabilities coming in clutch moments there for Benedetta just before that turret could take it down. So Useless Paradise definitely has the advantage here onto the second turtle of the match. No contestation. Suyu takes the second turtle. Ball takes yet another tier 1 turret in favor of Useless Paradise. So Useless Paradise just past the 5-minute mark. That's 5.5 minutes into it. Has, well, the almost 5k gold lead and as well as a 9-kill advantage to nothing. That is Useless Paradise putting the wheels on the trolley here. Now it's just the screws and the snowball effect will start as they have the map advantage with that tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Done, dusted, and away. Erithal in a sticky situation here. Oh, wait, is that a lag out? Red or RD just standing there in the bush? That could be a potential lag out. Oh, the Tsunami Slam onto Camilla. Faramus with the Nether Realm. Oh, unstoppable. The Spear of Alpha gets Benedetto onto the turret. However, once again, that clutch healing from Kalia as Farzal picks up the double kill. That's a 3-for-0 exchange to the side of Useless Paradise with a tier 2 turret in as well. Oh, the Featherlight strike onto Hylos. My league with this Farzal. Deadly, deadly, deadly. 4-5, 4-0 and 5. Well, Benedetta 5-0 and 4. Imagine that. That's just switched around. But nonetheless, this is the definite very early game advantage to the side of Useless Paradise. Will Team B Savage get the return here into the mid to late game stages? What do you think, Shrooms?
This is going to be very hard. The only thing they are able to do, they can't contest. Oh, just as we do that, Hilo was getting picked up under the turret, getting deleted by a 4-man split against one tank. So for Team B Savage, this is going to be quite a dominating performance. They're going to need to have a crazy pick off on the jungler and one of the damage dealers for them to be able to contest any neutral objective. Because they don't have a red tree, they're going to need to win and force team fights, in my opinion.
Well,
But
Team B
you're not going to
Savage
see that happen.
surrenders. Not that sets the record. Useless Paradise taking it by 7 minutes and 35 seconds. GG's well played, Team B's Useless Paradise. Look at that Galia picking up the MVP. I would have honestly thought it would have been the Faza or the Benedetta, but nonetheless, GG's well played. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are bound to head in to the third and final match of the most wanted list. Day 1, round 5. Let's go! It is time to hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Pay attention,
Please do so now.
because you're
We
about
would
to see the
definitely
circus
appreciate the
you've been
support
dreaming
and the
of.
love.
So we just had a message from Team B Savage saying it was unfortunate they forgot the red tree on their team, asking for a rematch.
Uh, that is for the
Next time.
organizers to decide. That is for the organizers to decide. If Ati is in the live chat, that could definitely, it's all up to the organization.
Yes, Shay, sorry. I did see your message. I was just busy quickly sorting out this. You called my name. You shouted my name.
I mean,
I am
let's
here
just
for
see what
you,
happens.
Shay. I won't ignore you. Don't stress.
Oh,
Weak is
look at
MIA.
this. This is the match that we wanted to see. Saint Dynasty up against.
I'm sorry, Shay. At least you woke Nightbot up. That's good news. So that's good at least. So this is going to be the final match for this evening. And there's going to be another killer of the match. We see Saint Dynasty getting in the lobby, and they are currently going, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be Saint Dynasty versus the Drakenham Esports.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is true. Let's go into a debate here, right? Is it Saint? How do you pronounce it? How did you pronounce it, JP? Oh, Shrimsy, sorry, my bad.
Okay, I said Saint Dynasty.
No,
That's
you
what,
did not say Saint Dynasty. Don't
did I
come
say
here with
Saint
your
Dynasty?
yes. Is it Saint or Saint Dynasty? Viewers, that's up for your discretion. Who do you think pronounce it? I know that obviously there's an American way and there's a British way to pronounce it. So, in your opinion, which is the correct way to say Saint Dynasty? Is it Saint Dynasty or Saint Dynasty?
So it all depends on the region you're from. So if I'm not mistaken, the Saint is the European way and Saint is the American. I might be wrong. But Saint Dynasty is a squad that was re-established only recently, and they got quite quite a good lineup currently with Stoner, Saint Joe, Mimic, and Tokoloshi. Shay in the chat saying only British is correct, obviously. So we are South Africans, are British only. We don't like Americans. JK.
Sabalala sa mark my bang. Sabalala sa bang. Ostokolos away bro, like it nie way ek is. Baie duidelik. Oh.
That is one way to censor a Paro song.
All right, so first team to fill with their full squad gets the coin toss. First to fill gets coin toss.
Oh, Madala. Madala is actually a good player. It's going to be a tight one. 3 players for Drakenham and 4 players for the Santa of Saint Dynasty, but they've been waiting for their 5th player for quite a while now. Shay saying, we are good boys. So that's Saint Dynasty having the first full squad in the lobby. So they're going to have the coin toss. No, Shane. No, 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 no. Bad girl. No. So, Scorp, what do you think of these two teams?
Mm, well, if we look at back from my wordings and things that I've said on podcasts and on live streams, I'm a massive, massive, massive fan of Saint Dynasty. Look, I am a fanboy of individual players from certain squads and certain individuals, but when it comes to teams, I've always been a big fan of Saint Dynasty. So I am very interested to see more of this new reformed squad from Saint Dynasty. You know, there's a lot to take away from them. However, Drakenham Esports is not a team that you should just write off. Drakenham Esports, they've only started featuring recently on Waylander Gaming, right? And in the scenes, a new squad to our community. And bro, Drakenham Esports definitely has potential to stretch out a very far way. So let's see how they play out.
So, do you see they're asking just for 1 minute? One of the players are having a bit of an issue. But I just have to do a quick shout out to Warmonger of Drakenham Esports with that killer solo leveling profile pic. So, Scott, have you even finished watching the solo leveling after you started? Crick, crick. Good chats. So, anyway, so we're waiting for the final member of Drakenham Esports. And then we can get it on and ready to go. Oh, so that might be an issue. We'll see what's going to happen now. While we wait for them, let's see. St. Dynasty getting the call on the coin toss for heads or tails. But they haven't responded yet. Interesting, interesting. I would jump at the opportunity to call heads or tails. But yeah, Shay, you definitely need to start solo living. It's a killer anime. And no, I don't get paid for promotion. It's just that good. Now, I'm a mega fanboy of anime. Respect with respect. So we see Con going for tails.
It
Tails
landed on
always
tail.
fails.
It landed on
Tails
tail.
never fails. So seems tails sometimes fails, sometimes succeeds. So Shay, currently, except for solo leveling, I have 3 favorite anime that stands out to me. One of them being Jobless Reincarnation. The second one, my number one favorite actually, being That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. And my third and final, very underrated anime, and the one that Angelic Fury first started, how I got introduced to anime, Tokyo Ghoul. So that's my 3 favorite anime, my top 3, aside from solo leveling, of course. But Shay, you should actually check. Scarp Skinkle also watches anime, but he doesn't watch good anime. He likes Demon Slayer.
Hey. Let's not touch that topic. There's a lot of Demon Slayer fans out there as well. I don't just watch Demon Slayer. The anime that got me into the scene is Bleach. And after Bleach, I watched Van Helsing. But a new anime that I started watching recently is Kaijin number 8. So it's also a good anime. But yeah, my variety is quite large when it comes to anime.
Piet Jacobs. So I assume that is Piet Pompey's changing his name to Piet Jacobs. Or maybe he's just using his old profile. He says solo leveling by McDonald's. I have no idea what that means though. So Shay is in the same boat as you, Scarpy. So she also says Demon Slayer is deep, but her knees goes weak for Bleach.
Yeah, you can't write with Bleach. I'm just you know, Bleach for me currently it just is continuous seeing leaving me on cliffhangers. And yeah, now it's yet another year or two to wait for the new season of Bleach. But I mean, it's like being a fan of Black Clover. I mean, the final episode of Black Clover was released in 2022, so I feel so sorry for the early Black Clover fans waiting 3 years, potentially 4 years, going on to 5 years before the final arc of Black Clover will be released. So, without ado, we have Full Draconum Esports into the lobby. Okay, so Saint Dynasty. Okay. All right, batting
So
up
I
Dung
assume
and
they're
Beller.
going. Good evening, Ron. And we finally see Shay D in the chat saying Hunter x Hunter is the best. Hunter x Hunter is overrated. Now I'm gonna get hate in chat.
All right, if we have to bring Hunter x Hunter into this, right? Shimzi, let me quickly burst your bubble here. If you have to take solo leveling and Hunter x Hunter up against one another, right? Hunter x Hunter being the original, what? Solo leveling conspiracy, right? Is pretty much a copy and paste of Hunter x Hunter. Not fully copy and paste, but close enough. Stealing the
Nah,
hunters and
bro.
certain things. So, Bedang, Belleric, Sicilian, and Kalia being the bands. Good luck and have fun to both teams. And on that bombshell, we head into the third and final match of the evening. As I hand you over
See,
to Grimsy to do the drafting phase.
so we do see some Dynasty with the first ban for the side of with Mimic for the first ban to the side of St. Dynasty. So quite a few interesting lobby bans being Bedang, Baldi, Sicilian, and Kalia.
Butterflies,
And Zushin as well. So no butterfly landed to the side of St. Dynasty. Zushin, the most hated and most loved hero in SA Mobile Legends.
Well, she did get voted as the sexiest MLB female hero in the Waylander Gaming or WhatsApp community.
Yeah, true. That's why she's the most loved, but she never gets played. uh,
I am not the only one bound by these chains.
we did start a mega debate here in chat with the Hunter x Hunter ratings. Half of the community going for the hate, and half of them saying it's an awesome anime. That's a vote up to you, chat. We'll launch a poll later in the WhatsApp chat, and we'll settle this once and for all. As we do see the bands going to the side of Phobias and
Be the nails in your coffin.
Joy and Hanzo being picked up. So St. Joe going for the Granger pick. So Granger, a very good marksman to have in the mid to late game. Spectre responding with the Khalid. So interesting thing, because Khalid is an Arabian, it's actually pronounced Khalid. something I learned from Juju
Still alive.
and Velo actually. So Warmonger picking up the Brody. So Brody is not a bad counter to the Granger, having the mobility and range to get away from his burst skills.
I will choose my
Goodbye, Shay. Kisses, kisses. We all love you. And then Mimic going for the Arlott pick, and Stoner going for his signature Gatter catcher. So Stoner being the number one Gatto in the South African server. So this is going to be quite an interesting game. We see Andile hovering over the Eve. Eve a very good response to high mobility heroes due to her ult alone. Locking up to the Eve and full, having the final ban to the side. Shroomsy is cooked. Why am I cooked, Scarpy?
Saying Demon Slayer is not a good anime. Alright, so we do see Suil being the final ban for Draconum Esports and Saint Dynasty responding with the higher Buxa. Silence
So
is
Ron
also an
Brody is-
answer.
Silence is always the answer. So we do see Madala going and hovering over the Matilda, Carmilla, Balric, which is banned. And we do see our first misdraft of the evening.
Alright,
I'm
so
not
ladies
mistaken
and
if I saw the Balric ban, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, let me quickly check that out. Let me quickly rewind, but I am sure Balric was banned.
But we see Jokoloshi going for the Farza and Gon with the Harith jungle, consensing this is a misban. So we're going to misdraft, redraft. So he's going for the troll Harith. Harith, once upon a time, was very good in jungle, but they did nerf his early game a bit in the jungle. We see Phil going for
Yeah, so we
the
just
Fredman.
me? You should.
Dr. Doom, welcome back to the stream. Haven't seen you in a minute or 6 here on Waylander Gaming. So yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be a redraft. We'll keep the same bands, the same picks. It's just the Belleric and everything after the Belleric that needs to be repicked.
So it has been quite a while since we last saw the misdraft.
Yep,
It's going to
that
be the
is true.
signature mill squabble. But oh well, such is life. Such is life. You can't accurately remember all the bands all the time. And that's why Waylander is in the progress of maybe securing a tournament lobby for one of their future tournaments. Who knows?
Yeah, we are definitely working on that. So hopefully sooner than later. But nonetheless, hy kan nie lees nie. Eish, Ron Wayne, nice Afrikaans sê. And ARW. I'm a potato. I'm a potato. It seems like the teams are not forcing the redraft here. No mid lane brawl.
What are we going to do with them? Because I do see the King of the Hill representative did let them know that it is a redraft. They are... Okay, so I do see Draconum did acknowledge the redraft. So they will be surrendering as soon as they are able. St. Dynasty playing their hearts out. They don't care if Drakenham picks up a band hero. They're going full force into this fight.
Doesn't seem like there will be a surrender here. Unfortunately, viewers, I can't end this. So let me just do this. Pause the match. Get the acknowledgement. Get the surrender force there. And let's go. Oh, I'm only noticing this now. Stoner picked up the Gacha. He has mentioned a lot of me to play the Gacha, you know. And I just featured it once on the stream, and it seems like a Stoner wants to show me a thing or two with the Gato. Let's see.
So Stoner being the number one ghetto in South Africa, as I did mention earlier. So we say ARW saying Madala is van die pad af because of the misdraft. That is quite funny. But this will definitely go much faster than the first time because we already have everyone online.
Fighting in the
Wait, why did I get kicked?
Strength training.
What's wrong with you?
Nah, we moved at the exact same time. We moved into the top spectator spot, and I accidentally kicked you.
Accidentally, you say.
Accidentally. It's all love from my side, brother. All love from my side. I did the same thing with Angelic Fury when she joined. I accidentally kicked her when I tried to move. She was not happy. She said, I'm going to sleep in the rain with the dogs tonight. So we're just getting this sorted quickly, seeing what's happening here.
All right, so Con giving them the. Well, okay, that's good. Mm, good sportsmanship from Con.
No. Pick your picks as in pick what you picked previously.
Change Belleric. Okay.
Yeah, so everything up until the Barrel League is the same. So the picks are going to be the Eve, the Brody, the Khalid for the side of Drakenham, and St. Dynasty picking up the Granger, Gatto, and the Arlott.
All right, so let's go.
Just waiting for everyone to ready up. So we're just waiting for Stoner to ready up. And Warmonger to ready up. So they are tired. They are ready to go to bed. ARW saying easy win 30-0 for St. Dynasty. I'm not agreeing with you currently. This is not going to be that easy of a game. Okay, and finally we can go into the match. So we're going to see the same bans and drafts. The two final drafts of each team is going to be a redraft. So St. Joe is going to ban out not the Angela.
Greatest inventions.
Hyena. Guys. Who knows?
Do we miss the
Maybe
memo?
Time
they want to
drop
play the
the
Angela. Who
weapon
knows?
station.
And the second ban was the I can't remember. The first one was the Zushin ban.
Yeah, it was a Zushin ban.
Butterfly.
And there's a Zushin ban.
Guided by lantern's light.
This is always the
Mortal
best.
and chosen
Suyu.
to vanquish the shadows
Suyu.
world.
Mm.
I will
So,
choose my
yeah.
own path.
Your team is picking.
Suyu. Speaking of Suyu, have you seen the new Assassin's Creed Shadows?
I'm not a fan, bro. Everything after look, I was all for the new refresh remake for Assassin's Creed, trying to get that live up or new hype,
When I give the
new
word,
build to it.
Picking.
I'm not a fan, to be honest. I paid $1,800 for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it was a okayish game, but money not well spent. Not a fan. I'm a big fan of the old style to the RPG plays from Assassin's Creed, and ever since they took that away, I'm not a fan. So yeah, Ubisoft
Valid.
cooking their fans, and yeah, just pretty much trying to milk money out of all of their fans and making empty promises and not delivering on what they mention. So yeah, nonetheless, it is what it is.
Exists the equilibrium.
To answer your question, Ron, so
Fight for.
King of the Hill is currently hosting a brawl tournament coming up. So registrations are open up until the 4th of April. So tomorrow they do lock the registrations. And you have to enter a 5-man squad. And then the game starts from the 10th of April. But it's going to be off stream, just a casual, fun games. So unfortunately, not going to be able to stream that. So we're finally going to go into the actual draft, see what's going to be picked up currently. So we do see Andile still locking on to the Fred. They say that was the correct pick. The Balric was the wrong one. They want to stick with the Fred.
Well, we'll see, because it
still
was
deliberating.
Madala that picked up Belleric, so it's all up to him to see what his next pick is going to be. However, Saints missing their final ban,
See value in me?
but not really that it's going to matter. So let's go Tikalosh and Saint Con with the final picks for the side of Saint Dynasty.
Let me protect you, my Monion Empire.
St. Dynasty not afraid of anything, going for the exact same draft. And Madala with a final pick, the only different pick in this current format. Having the Matilda, having the Esthers, Madala liking the support roams, Faramis. Maybe a Rafaela, Florin, or you're going to stick to Matilda. So we do see Matilda as a final pick for the side of Drakenham Esports. Very interesting draft from the side of Drakenham. So the Fred Matilda combo is not a bad combo to have, but I do favor St. Dynasty combo and draft over the side of Drakenham. What's your opinion, Scott?
Well, yeah, Saint Dynasty definitely having a stronger lineup, but it's the field is not round. Anything can happen. And ARW, I do have to agree with you there. The only thing that's, well, new is themes and how the overlays appear, but it's pretty much the same. So folks, unfortunately, no. Mads is using the laptop to co-stream with or co-cast with Waylander, so I'm unable to put up the polls. So without further ado, into the third and final match we go. After that redraft, I was so proud of not having any redrafts, but nonetheless, that doesn't matter. We are in the match. Saint Dynasty starting off with the red, no, blue buff, and Fredrin onto his blue buff. So it's blue for blue. Blue double D double die, double D double die, double D double die.
In need of a guy. So this is the first match we actually see teams starting on the opposite ends of the jungle, rotating to opposite lanes. This is going to make quite an interesting game.
As we do see Saint Dynasty going for the early invade here. Will they continue with this invade here? No, they do not. Just trying to secure this Litho here for Farza, it seems like it. Oh no, the Litho, untouched, unscathed. No team picking up the Litho. So Harith going for that Litho. That should take him to level 4. Oh, so close. Oh, the Eve with the second skill there. Onto Harith. Harith gets that level 4. Fredrin quite slow to level 4, but we do know Fredrin is slow with jungle clearly clearing early on. We do see Harith for the rotation here onto the XP.
Full team fight here. Harith gets the first blood onto Medalla on the Matilda, getting poked down by the Khalid. Follow up from the team there, but both teams decide to disengage. Oh, we see another bit of a lag here on the stream. I do apologize. McDonald's Wi-Fi coming in and going out again.
I'm loving it.
But we do see Fredrin just poking this Arlot, getting him down, getting Khalid some free farm he much deserves and needs. And Fredrin actually starting the turtle for the side of Jack Academy Esports.
Yeah, but Saint Dynasty definitely having the numbers advantage here. Well, this is going to be a team fight. Just waiting for that engagement. Oh, we do see Arlott with a stun onto Khalid. However, Harith gets the first hurdle of the match. Saint gone. Harith in danger here. Oh, Fredrin nearly catching him. But the Avatar of Guardian landing onto 2. But Farza doing the follow-up there. Garagacha chasing Khalid. Khalid on his Nimbus, able to escape. Or Arlott getting full. These nuts taken down. Oh, the Featherlight Strike coming in from Farza onto Fredrin. Fredrin not having that high sustainability. Arlott with the final slash. Slashed Fredrin. Deleted as he gets the blue buff as well. Alright, so meantime, we do see Saint Joe getting the pick off onto Brody here in the top lane. Warmonger is going to have his hands full with Saint Joe in the gold lane. However, we do see Drakenham Esports with the rotation here into the gold lane. But Saint Dynasty getting that lane cut, waiting for Drakenham Esports to come here. Oh, look at that very is waiting to strike that Peacock region. Oh, the Featherlight Strike onto Brody. The Avatar of Guardian onto Brody as well. But Garagacha is taken down by the Matilda. I think the damage was done by the turret there. So that concludes the 30-0 debate. We're on 6-2. So the second turtle of this match will spawn up in 15 seconds. The Featherlight Strike onto the backline. However, Fredrin is onto Farza. Arlott doing so much. Arlott getting a triple kill. Or Harith or Granger is picked off.
Con being way too greedy, diving the turret and get picked off underneath the turret. So Harith having the mobility, but Eve countering the mobility of the Harith with that stun, locking him under the turret. 1-for-1 exchange there. So we do see
Red team turret has
St. Dynasty taking the tier 1 on the bot lane, and Khalid, final slash of the R-Lord. Khalid goes down for the count. While this all happens, the Fredrin goes up into the Faza. Faza just surviving barely, and both teams disengaging. Stone having other ideas, but no follow-up from the team.
Nothing really doing. So at just before the 6-minute mark, we do see Saint Dynasty having the 7 kills advantage, as well as Mimic picking up the legendary kill onto Eve. He's definitely Arlord in Mimic's hands is quite a devastating Arlord. So we do see the third and final turtle going to the side of Saint Dynasty. We do see the rotation onto the tier 1 turret here in the gold lane. However, Arlord's just trying to scout out Phil. Will he be able to get that final slash? So close. Just waiting for that lineup. We do see Khalid getting that prayer sorted. However, let's turn our focus here onto Stoner and Tokolosh in the jungle. Con trying to get that set. Con on the Harith into the Avatar of Guardian, landing onto one. The Featherlight Strike from Faza. Oh, Granger with a pick off onto Fredrin. Will he get that? Make that a double kill for Saint Joe. Average Joe doing a deadly job. Khalid getting the return kill onto Faza. So that is a 3-for-1 exchange. However, it's a 3-for-1 exchange in the favor of Saint Dynasty.
So can we just get the build up quickly for the chat?
Look at that. Arlord 8-0-1.
been slain.
No. Average Joe. 50 stacks on his Sky Piercer.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Definitely a very aggressive Granger, but I mean, it pays off, I suppose. Saint Dynasty having a 8.3k gold lead just before the 8-minute mark. So that's a K a minute of growth at this point of stage, with a 13 kill advantage, with the map control firm on their side.
Red team
Oh, Granger getting a tier 2 turret. That is the second tier 2 turret for the side of Saint Dynasty. Drakenham Esports will definitely need to try and focus on farming here, get the gold up, and just try and get those pickoffs. Fredrin Spectre for Drakenham Esports waiting there. Waiting for the Faza to show ahead as Khalid gets the pick off onto Faza. As I mentioned, that's pretty much what they need to do. Granger not getting that death to Nata onto Fredrin just yet. The Avatar of Guardian missing. Stoner, shame, sis, bro. Final slash from the Arlo onto 2. Make that 3. That's a double kill for Granger. That's a tier 3 turret for the side of Saint Dynasty. We do see the engagement. Just waiting for the waves to come in, yeah?
A lovely time.
Yeah, make that another tier 3 turret for the side of Saint Dynasty. It seems like they will be focusing on this Nexus here. Will they? As we see the next waves coming in. Saint Joe getting that double kill. That's Brody. And, well, Madala gone, deleted. Far, far away. Let's go.
Is this a lag out on the Spectre? He's just standing around. No, now he's moving again.
The Featherlight Strike, he knows it's the end. Legendary for Granger. Legendary for Arlord. It's going to be a fight for MVP between Arlord and Granger. GG's well played. This match going so quickly. Saint Dynasty getting the dubs here.
Victory!
And that's 25-6. I'm sorry, that's not 30-0. But GG's well played to both teams. Mimic picking up the MVP for Saint Dynasty.
Yeah. No, that was a dominating match from the side of St. Dynasty. Since they've came into the most wanted list, they've only shown their dominance on the teams. And I'm looking forward, as I told you earlier, Scarpy, to see the Equilibrium versus St. Dynasty match. That is going to be a killer game,
Pay attention.
packed full of
You're
action.
about to see the serpent
Yeah,
strike
100% agreed, bro. That is going to be a must watch match. However, ladies and gentlemen, this was the first night of round 5 in the most wanted list. There is still a Friday, there's still a Saturday, and there is still a Sunday matched evenings full of matches. So stay tuned and please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the point of the evening where we are, unfortunately, sad face, going to have to say goodbye and good night. But before we do that, Shroomsy, what is your take of the evening?
So, this game tonight, we had a very good games from all the teams. We've seen killer comebacks, we've seen maniacs run around. Unfortunately, not a savage. And all these teams showing why they deserve to be featured in the most wanted list. So this is going to be quite an interesting few games coming up the rest of the evening. And we're looking forward to see all the viewers here, same time, same place tomorrow evening for more Mobile Legends.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, sad face. And on this bombshell, it's going to be goodbye and good night from the Waylander Gaming crew. See you all tomorrow night. Tomorrow night it will be at 8 p.m. and not 8:30. But let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Valid.
Cheers and goodbye.
Bye bye. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. A life in plastic. It all is fantastic.